Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to C Block. I'm going to do what I should have done many episodes ago, and we're actually going to clean up our inventory a little bit. We might also see if there is an extra inventory slot we can get. We can't. Why are we struggling with green science so much? Oh, I don't think we are. We don't have very much of it. That's fine. Let's see what we can dump from here. Don't need the fast filter inserters. Let's get rid of those. Normal filter inserters aren't flowing through. We need to let you go through. I want you to activate if there are less than 20, that'll do. I want you to drop there. And you can let filter inserters through. That seems to have taken care of that. Yep, I can get some filter inserters growing. Good. Stone pipe. Take the stone bricks. Drop those in here. Where did I pick them up from? There we go. Get rid of the wooden boards. Basic circuits in here. Didn't get any electronics assemblers. I'm going to want to add those at some point. That's better. We've got a bit more space now. Yep. Okay, now where did we get to last episode? We were just finishing up everything down here to make sure that these metals were all complete. Got a couple of sorting facilities, so I don't have any ore sorters left. Let's grab those. Steel also seems to only be coming onto one belt. What's happening here? That's why. We still had that set up in place. Better. I have belts. I have not enough inserters. I've got too many filter inserters, so I'm going to put those back. Don't need any filter inserters at the moment. Bronze pipe and steel pipe. Throw you in there. Good. How many belts do I have? I'm going to make this a bigger chest. So we can come back to fully upgraded... Oh, didn't mean to do that. I want to start moving everything to yellow belts. Some blast furnaces, some induction furnaces. Casting machines. Where's the blast furnaces? Better. Don't need any washing plants. So let's put those back. Let's get some more of these guys, crystallizers. What does a crystallizer need? Stone bricks. Am I producing enough stone bricks? I'm not. I think I probably run out of charcoal down here for the stone brick production. Nope, I actually run out of slag. We aren't producing enough. That's fine. That just means it's full. Let's get the last one of these down. Can I get any air filters? There's an air filter live. Petrochem, right? What does it need? I can't at the moment. Okay, we'll come back for the air filters. So we're down here now on what I think is lead. Check the manganese is doing its thing. This one is not. Outputting any manganese ingots. That's better. Not sure why. Okay, you're green. Good. Good. Manganese flowing through. Not getting enough manganese. That's why we weren't getting enough manganese. Just get rid of the rest of the slag. Somewhere up here. These stone. Fine. That should allow me to build more crystallizers. Okay, we're still out of crystallizers, but that's fine. Okay, then we need to work on the rest of these. This is lead. You want to output near. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Take far. That. Oh. Lead ore. Grab that and that. Then I need you to output. You output the near side. Good. recipes. Mineral catalyst. We didn't do lead with the purified recipe because we just don't need enough lead. That's why the lead build looks slightly different. How do I want to do this? Let's route you there. View output long. You take in long. Put you there. Like that. Or you need some oxygen. So we're going to have to squeeze this in. Just move everything down one. It's probably fine. Let's do that. We've got, give ourselves plenty of space. Then I can get oxygen in there. That. We'll just move all this back one square. And it'll work fine. I want this basic setup. But I want it one square away from the oxygen. So basically there. That looks good. Something like that. Molten lead. Good. You don't have anywhere to put your lead, but that's okay. That's now working. You are going to cast lead plates. You have pipes. Run back and grab a few pipes. Taking advantage of the speed mod. Hopefully no one gets motion sick. I sometimes do. Then we get lost as where I started from. So let's see if we can get this setup worked out. That's fine. I might need some bigger inserters there in order to get all the way across. I'll take care of the sulfur. I want to do it that way so that I can, if possible, link it up. Put you here. That's right. Good. What are these guys doing? No mineral catalyst. Short of mineral sludge. Okay, that's fine. I think as we've just turned all this on, we are short of mineral sludge stacks, so we're just going to build a couple of sludge stacks at some point. This needs to come one closer. Or everything needs to be shifted over a bit. Something's a bit wrong with this design. Yeah, this just needs to come over. It's a bit more compact. So you need to produce. Where's the oxygen coming from? The back? Good. That works. Now let's grab that like that. That's better. Now you need to be one further over. Which is fine. Like that. Yep, then you do. That. How do I get the oxygen gas in? Same on that side. So the oxygen gas on that side is actually easy. There we go. That's oxygen. Now you just need lead. Take from far. So if they all get started, if they do, we'll call this done. We are missing One here, because this guy isn't doing anything. There we go. And that's lead. On induction furnace 2. Producing solder. Solder's full. Okay, so am I supposed to have, for my solder, I had, forget what the blast furnace ratio was supposed to be. I think solder was more lead. Let's close this. Wanted molten solder. Lead and tin. Oh, actually, let's just do normal solder. I did a yellow belt of solder, if I remember, which is 10, 7. Okay. We're slightly over a yellow belt. Fine, we'll do 20. Fine, 22 and a half. Fine. Looks like I might have got this wrong. 2 induction furnace 2s. That's an induction furnace 2. That's an induction furnace 2. Normal lead. Normal tin. Did I do processed tin or normal tin? I did normal tin. There's only 1 tin and 1 lead. So we'll just leave this here. This is probably fine. We'll have to do a bit of work to fix it at some point. But not critical for today. We aren't using enough solder at the moment. Out of inserters. And out of filtration units again. Let's go grab that. Inserters, where's the filtration units? Are they building at least? Crystallizers, sorry. Yes, they are. Might see if we can build up some red ammo while we're waiting. Steel, iron, and copper. These have to all turn. These are all completely misset. It's clearly not possible to power all of this with my current sludge setup. But the goal here is really to build enough so that as we start expanding the base, our baseline metals are covered. We aren't having to keep coming back to it. Good. Okay, lab research finished. We'll get plastics. Work on washing too. This looks good for lead. Take that clarifier up. Now, where did I put my landfill last night? I had a bunch of landfill that I dropped in a box that I'm going to need shortly. Or let's go get rid of that slag over here. That's what's producing the stuff for us, stone bricks. Do we tweak it slightly? Okay, run out again, that's fine. Come back in a few minutes and do the same thing. Probably one more build of this. Okay, I've got that in the right location. Find out down here. Yep. Are you supposed to be rubite or crotinium? Ah, no, it's supposed to be a mixture. Yep, that's why it's like this. So we're doing some lead and some tin. So you shouldn't be bobmonium, you should be stereotyte. Yeah, stereotyte. Okay. Why are you coming up as iron? Ah. No, that shouldn't be iron. You should be tin, copper. I think we said it was 3 copper to 1 tin, if I remember. Then let's have... Ah, that's a small problem. Easily fixed. I'll put... Oh, sorry, wrong button. It's the copper. Alright, there's the copper, there's the tin. You seem to need... Yep. One of these, sort of like that. And that kind of setup. Go from over there. That should be some copper ingots. Output near. Right, power poles. I think I can probably duplicate this whole setup once more. Do it there. That seems fine. Then I need to get some power poles. Another 13 crystallizers. Oops. Okay, so those worms are actually attacking me. Big poison worms. Okay. That's going to be a problem. Not a huge problem. Molten bronze. Molten brass. Bronze? No, bronze, right? Yeah, it is bronze. That's better. So use up all of those. I did. Okay. Rebuild a few more crystallizers because that seems to be the last thing that we're missing here, and a couple of air filters. Then we're going to get a couple of sludge stacks. The other thing we need to go with our sludge stacks is a lot of electrolyzers. So let's get those sorted out, which means we need steel. Steel is here. A few hundred steel. It's nice and quick. Okay, good. Copper to build some ammo. Do that as well. And some iron plates also for ammo. 46, that'll do. That should let us kill some of the worms over here near our sludge stacks. Or our future sludge stacks, I should say. Now, where was my electrolyzer production? So I set up a little production for electrolyzers. Down here. Here we go. So drop in steel. it will give out electrolyzers. I think we might also need some yellow belt upgrades here, but let's start just by dropping down some more sludge stacks. So that's given me quite a few thousand landfill. So let's go invest that in sludge stacks. After we've put back some of the buildings that we have in our inventory. This is the induction furnaces. These are the casting machines. These are the ore processors. We're going to need these very soon. Because if things go to plan, what we're going to be able to do is flotation cells. But I might move my bus first, I'm not sure. We'll see how things look. How's power looking? We're getting to the limits of our power. That's okay, we can just add another bean farm. Or two. So we've harvested the trees. Small worms. Okay. So this is going to be a problem. You have to kill one of the worms. Didn't want you to do that, silly bots. Can I sneak close enough? To get them. What I think I did last time was I did it with the bots. Let's try that technique again. So I copied this. Put it, say, I think I got rid of quite a few of the bots. Worms even, yeah, we've got only small worms to go. That's good. That did the trick. Let's try the same trick again. Except they have more range than I do. That's not good. Don't have any military science to get sniper turrets yet. But we probably should. Good. Got temperate gardens, some desert gardens, This is nice. Swamp garden too. Another temperate garden. Okay. Should take the gardens back up and put them near the mall, because that's where I've been collecting the garden, so I don't lose them. They are somewhere around here. Not there. Did have a box with some gardens in. Here we go, over here. If I had any gardens left. I don't. Right, you can all go there. Sludge stacks. Up here. Then we're going to have to find out how we get some cliff explosives. Should have all the ingredients for cliff explosives at this point. Don't actually know which menu they're under. There they were. So can I make grenades? Can. Need some iron. There's some purified water and some sulfur. Where do I have some purified water? Is it purified water? Grab some assemblers. Explosives. Where are normal explosives? Do I not have normal explosives? Is that any military science? Surely not. Oh, I have researched it. Yeah. Petrochem processing. Ah, produce in a chemical plant, don't I? That's why. Yep, it's me being silly. We're going to get a chemical plant from... Come down here. Chemical plant. Slow this down slightly, still going too fast. Stick some charcoal in. Don't need a tremendous amount of cliff explosives. We'll make this a bit better later. I need a little bit of sulfur. I know I have some sulfur down by the sludge stacks. Sulfur. That in. You produce some cliff explosive. Grenades, explosives, and empty barrels. How do I produce an empty barrel? That's just iron, right? Steel. Okay, we'll go grab some steel. I don't know whether biters or cliffs are more annoying on this playthrough. Probably doesn't matter. Both equally irritating. Well, good. That will work. 2 cliff explosives. Slow production. I'm going to need a few more grenades. Let that finish. I wonder if I could grenade the worms. That might be an interesting experiment. I got 5 now. Seven is definitely enough to take care of that cliff over there, so we'll start with that. And get down 2 more sludge stacks. Oh, more worms there. Didn't mean to do that. So this is not going to have... They're not going to have enough range to get me. Okay. Then we'll get 2 more sludge stacks then. And this should allow me to tile it right next door if I get down far enough. Goes there. And actually put down 3, it looks like, in the space that I've made. So let's do that. There's going to be plenty of sludge. I don't know if it will mean I'll start to fill up the pipes. Be an interesting one to check. Definitely going to fill up the power. Let's go grab some supplies. The bricks. Filter inserters. Fast inserters. Let's put the sorting machines back. Don't need any of them. Ore crushers. Don't need you either. Filter frames I need. Chemical plants, let's grab a stack of those. Liquefiers. Okay, let's start with this and see where we get to. Don't have enough pipes. Come up for pipes next. Didn't get any yellow undergrounds either. Glad I'm not building this by hand. Very, very glad. Ah, I ran out of bots. Funny. Okay, get the undergrounds and bots. We had bots produced. Planning to upgrade to bigger belts. We should get plenty more of them. Some new research going. Should we run out of power poles as well? Oh, I'm going too fast. Yep, we ran out of power poles. And lots of pipes short. And filtration units, okay. Put some belts back in the box. Do pipes. This is cool. Okay, normal pipes and power poles. Mineral sludge isn't doing bad at the moment. The alien artifacts need some more chemical plants. Overflow valves went in. Tiny bit more landfill here. To get you in place. Underground pipes and filtration units. Not got any underground, yellow undergrounds. That's what we need. Yep. Couple of chemical plants and yellow undergrounds. Not getting enough stone. Nor stone bricks. Okay. So we run out of slag here. Okay, so what's the right way to get some more stone? That is going to hurt us. Why if I just took one of these sludge stacks? These original sludge stacks. Took this infrastructure away. And just routed that up here. I like that. Do this. Let's stop you here, so you just produce slag, basically. Like that. This all away. Have I broken my power? I have. Good. That. I don't think I'm going to have a crushed stone problem for very long. But I think if I was to do this, you are full of hydrogen. Because you need to flare it off. Over there. You away because you're not needed. This is slag that came from all the way up here. This is now running. I have one more Beanafran farm that I can upgrade to get me a bit more power. Look at what of this I want to keep. This is my long-term charcoal farm, so I want to keep that. This here is all useless. Let's get rid of it. Stop all the sludge here. Put those chemical plants down. Fill in this annoying hole that I managed to leave here. Intentionally. What have I managed to pick up too many of? Pipes, ingots and things. Go drop the filtration units back and the pipes back. Chemical plants I don't need either. These back. Liquefiers I'm good on. Let's put you back. Random assorted ores. Go in the box. So we're definitely short of stone bricks. Broken the power again. See that because everything's moving very slowly. So is the oxygen still flaring? It is. Don't need any of the sulfuric acid stuff. Nor this. Oh, this crazy setup. You're not needed. You can stay. Because you are helping to produce cliff explosives for us. Slow this down slightly. There's the sludge stacks. This is cleaner now. Still got the original windmills in place. If anyone's watching and curious how the base is laid out, happy to do a quick tour or anything. Just ask questions. I'm mostly just cleaning up my earlier messes. I am going to bring in the next 4 farms as well. For Benafran. Normally soil that I'm short of to build the farms. I'm going to grab a little bit of that. Good. Now I need to bootstrap this with some Benafran seeds, I think. Take that from over here. All of these should be going, and that should give me another... Oh, hey Junior Yummer. Welcome to the stream. We'll go look at the mall. Let me run over there. So our mall works by, on our bus, we extract resources from each belt. We then put it into a series of warehouses using circuit conditions. So I say I want 50 of these guys into the warehouse, and that will control the filter inserters here. And then each of the buildings that I want to produce can pull from a warehouse, and some of them have to put back in. So for example, assembly machines 1 go back in to produce assembly machines 2. So this guy has a circuit condition that says, put them in if there's less than 10. So I've got 25 here. So the circuit conditions aren't perfect because of the timing delays, but it largely works. And then as I get more buildings, I can keep extending it rightwards. It's a little bit clunky to set up the first time, but it's pretty much copy and paste now. And it's way easier than trying to route all the individual belts to all the individual places, because all of these things require weird and wonderful stuff. How am I going to get 6 ingredients into the casting machine 2 recipe? Very impractical. Does that make sense? Waiting for bots is definitely an option. My first playthrough of Angels and Bobs, I regretted not having built more and waiting for bots. So when I did C Block, I decided that I would try and do it vaguely properly and build them all. I need a couple more electrolyzers. It's definitely simpler with bots. What was I looking for? Electrolyzers and then... short stone bricks again. Let's merge you together like this. What speed have I managed to get it on? Okay, that's better. It's too fast. Okay, that should make sure that we now have a plentiful supply of stone and stone bricks, but it's not going to fix the charcoal problem that these guys have. So let's take care of that. Take long. Wrong way around. Take long, put near. Take long, put near. I've screwed up all these inserters now. Let's just do it again. Take long. Take long. That should do it. It doesn't take too long to set up. It probably took us about 45 minutes to get something like this going. And it saved us literal hours in handcrafting as we've been knocking out the metal productions down here. Got it all the way down here now, which should leave us very well set up to move into blue science. Okay, back here, we've cleaned up most of the trash. Need to clean up this bit here. This is still the legacy base. Let's get rid of these belts. Okay. Inventory full again. We'll just drop off some of the stuff. Good. Got the rest of the electrolyzers. I don't need any liquefiers. Put you back. And I've got too many farms. The electrolyzer's done. Yep. So what is up with you? You have too much mineralized water. Yes, your mineralized water is full. Let's go there. Ah, then you don't have any yellow undergrounds. That's fine. That's where you're having a problem. Slag is coming upwards. You have too much purified water. You need some sulfur to bootstrap you. That's right. Slow it back down to 2x. I think that is now working. We have to put the filters in now. Three. Magic trick I learned from someone in stream is you need 5 in each of them if you've got it in a pair, and then it shouldn't deadlock. So if I put 6 in here. That should do it. We need to get a couple of electrolyzers for the guys on the left, on the right, sorry. So we're going to grab a bit of steel, put that in. Let's go over here. Did I have the electrolyzer set up here? Ah, that's an interesting way of doing it. I can see a sushi belt working as long as you're a little bit careful not to completely overload yourself with one particular recipe. You can see the result of one of my earlier screw-ups. What have we got? Yeah. So I am set for beanafran farming for the rest of the game. Where's the other place I screwed up? Yeah. I have a large amount of iron pipes to ground. So if anyone wants to trade... Oh yeah, and a lot of bioprocessors. So we are sorted for power for the rest of the game. I could beanafran the world. That is going well. So let's keep the cleanup going over here. No space. More crappy ores in my inventory. Should keep that and stick that in the mall, actually. Stick that in the mall as well. If we just stick it in here, it will eventually get to the right place. Ah, I'm not at plastics yet. What are the advantages of plastic pipes? Do they just have a longer range? Slow this down to 2 speed. I don't need it at 4 speed. 1,000 odd stone. Ah, okay, I didn't realize that. I've been sticking with copper pipes purely because I had loads of copper at the start. Because I don't really use copper for anything, and I had 0 iron and 0 stone. So copper pipes seemed the most efficient use of my resources. Ah, I didn't know there was a throughput setting. Okay, that's helpful to know. I am wondering at some point whether or not my mineral sludge is going to overwhelm my pipes. I need to try and work out what the maths I'm supposed to do on that is to try and figure it out. More leftover ores. Throw some bricks in. Oops, I've broken the power to my whole base again. That sounds about right. Okay, I will definitely bear that in mind. I have no idea how big of a base is required to beat C block, but I suspect it's a lot bigger than we have now. I've seen people with massive bases on Reddit. Trains everywhere, things of that nature. Insert inserter, inventory full. Got plenty of power poles. Let's drop a few of these power poles back. Don't think I'm going to need a car. That seems not helpful. Some of the pipes back. Drop the fast inserters back. Ah, you always overbuild. Okay. I think it's half the fun of Factorio, building more than you need. That stone in here. So the bots pick this up for me. This oxygen pipe needs to go too. So does all of this stuff. That's the old glass production. The silicon ore that I don't need anymore. So blast furnace sorting. That can go in there somewhere, I think. Induction furnace and casting machines can go in that one actually. Sorting machines. Yep, you can go there. Assembler ones. You can go here. This is where I would love to have some bots so they can just take care of organizing all this stuff for me. It's almost more useful to me than the bots doing the building. That's right. Okay, got too much lead there. So where did the other lead plates come from? Up here, fine. Let's just make you priority input. Right. That. Tin, you're not needed. Too much stuff. dump charcoal in there. All of you needs to go in here. Into stone. Make you a bigger chest. Putting even more junk in. Don't know how much junk I'm going to have left over at the end of this, but a lot. Likely to be the answer. That looks sensible. I can't research the farms. Get the extra research. Chests away. And all this random stuff that's getting in the way. Glass in. To go with the greenhouses. Where the greenhouse is being produced somewhere down here. Yeah. Good. More greenhouses will be fine. Okay. Blast furnace. Should probably just put this in a box and shoot it. It'll probably be a more efficient use of time. I've now got so much stuff in my inventory. Let's put a lot of these belts in here so they can get upgraded to yellow belts. Got a steel chest of yellow belts already. Let's get a second steel chest of yellow belts. Bunch of nickel ore just sitting here. No, stop, I don't want that to get up there. Oh, I've got the nickel ore, that's why my inventories are full. Put that there. How would I do more without the logistic tech? I would do it basically like I've done here. I don't know of another way to do it. I have seen people do it with trains. So because in train cars you can set slots per item, what you can do is have a train car that knows how to accept different items and do away with the circuit conditions. That works quite well. And the other way I think you could do it is more like a chain. So all the buildings inherit from one another. So if you did like induction furnace 1, induction furnace 2, casting machine 1, I could see something like this being a sensible way to build a mall as well. But I think in general, I prefer the warehouse approach. It makes a bit more sense to me. Okay. I think that's cleaned up most of our junk. Next step, come down here and grab these. Let's get the final sludge stacks going. Because these guys never got any electrodes. Ah, you have bots but not the chests. Interesting. Ah, because of course you need pink science, right, for the logistics chests. Why is the oxygen getting full? Looks like I'm missing a flare stack somewhere. I am. For some reason or the other, missing a flare stack. Try and build one. Pink and purple, yeah. I need it blue. How would I do it that way? The other way to do it would be to use chest crafting. So we've sort of a simple example up here. I didn't bother automating these guys. I just stuck some steel and a bit of charcoal in to a chest, and it just produces them for me. If you know you're going to go on a big building spree for meteorology, there's only like 3 or 4 buildings you need. Like you need 20 of these, 20 of these, 10 of these. Just stick the ingredients in a chest, and it will just produce 50 or 60 buildings for you without too much effort. And that will probably be more than enough to get you through to until you get logistics science. What was I looking for? Sorry, I've confused myself now. I was trying to fix up the flare stack. That's what it is. Circuits and bricks. Gonna come down here, put the flare stack in. That should get us. Yep. Should work. Now we just need yellow undergrounds, I think, to finish these guys off. So let's go back and grab a few of those. A few hundred. The other thing I would 100% recommend if people aren't using it is a speed mod for C-Block. It's just too slow otherwise. You'll get bored just waiting for this stuff to craft. You have oxygen. You need a overflow valve. Good. This guy is producing. He doesn't have water. Didn't get a pump. offshore pump in place. Okay, this guy's now producing. We are under power usage. Just need to check that this guy goes through and produces some slag slurry. And that will give us how many stacks? 7 full stacks. That's 100 and each one of these has got 20 electrolyzers. That's 140 electrolyzers. Which I think is a pretty good place to be. That has gone. And this is doing its thing. There we go. The wastewater isn't needed. Cliff explosives there, some landfill production. The only thing I'm missing is a few air purifiers and some electrolyzers. Let's go finish that off very quickly just to tidy it up. More iron plates. Some more stone bricks. So the mall isn't the fastest thing in the world. You can see how it fills up fairly slowly. But it's good if what you do is leave it for a little bit and come back. It's less practical if you need things instantly. I think the chest crafting would definitely be a faster way. Or the train crafting for that matter. Okay, so you need to copy. Paste. That's the right way, yep. This way. Finish this bit off. I think that's a perfectly valid way to play something like C Block. I don't think the goal is to make your life hellish by trying to play to some level of perfection for whatever that means. The fun is in building stuff. Like builds like this. So, you know, focus on the builds and not the other stuff. And I think that's a perfectly sensible way to skip it. Inside, you want to put on the inside. You are going to put on the inside. You are going to put on the inside. You're going to put on the outside. You don't have mineral catalyst. Good. That's done. There's a few electrolyzers down there that I'm still missing. Let's hope that this is enough. I'm missing one. Funny. We'll come back for that one in a few minutes. Okay, what's up here? Good. Okay. I am going to see if I can find all that landfill that I had last night. I had a few thousand landfill that I left in a trunk. And I can't remember where I put it. Yeah, trying to do a belt maul. I tried that in an earlier Angels playthrough. And I cried. I didn't actually finish the playthrough because it just got so brain damaged to try and make it work right. I think we're going to try and build our main bus up here. This is where our resources are coming out. Let's see what that might look like. For our second main bus. That will then give us plenty of space for other things. So let's lay this out. Some constant combinators. So we can work out what we want to put. What we want to put where? Iron. Iron. 2 copper. Copper. Don't have enough constant combinators. Let's go build a few more. Just need electronic circuits and copper plates. And we'll grab the cliff explosives as well so we can successfully destroy that thing. Cliff explosives were down here. And I need some circuits for the combinator, right? Green circuits and some copper plates. Easily 50 belts of resources, yeah. And then you have to build all the intermediates in a weird way. Because if things need gear wheels, where do you put the gear wheels back so that the next guy can pick it up? Or ball bearings, or whatever the next thing happens to be. So this wants to be lead. This wants to be tin. I don't have any space. Do this to make sure it comes out. Lead, tin. This is solder. Haven't put steel on yet. Let's do steel. Then lead. Sorry, tin. Lead. Solder. Where was solder? Here. Brass. What's the purple one? Yellow. Okay. With brass. Where am I looking? In the wrong place? Glass, copper. It's not sorted. Where's brass gone? Bronze. Bronze, not brass. Okay. Now we also need charcoal. wood. Stone, bricks, and stone. There's stone. There it is. Need clay bricks too. Okay, what else have we got on the mall over here? Just to make sure I rebuild what we had before. Wooden boards, of course. Wooden boards and wooden blocks. Charcoal and wooden blocks. I want a line of wooden boards. So it wasn't wood I put on, it was actually wooden boards. So let's swap that. And I had wooden blocks next to charcoal. What are wooden blocks used for? Do I need those anymore? Wood blocks. Wood bricks. You produce charcoal and electric poles. I don't need to produce small electric poles anymore, so I'm not going to bother with that. So I think this is what I would like my new bus to look like. It means I have to build to the right of the bus, which is probably okay. Yeah, that's fine, right? Because I've got plenty of space here. Got place to expand sludge stacks this way. I'm going to want to do next lot of metals maybe this way. I might leave a little bit of space because I might want some extra iron. Clear that cliff out first of all. Grab the gardens. No space. Okay. Fix the space problem. And we'll just fill this in with some landfill first of all. What do I want to do with all that charcoal? Not too much I can do with it. We'll do what we normally do, which is dump it in a box. I'm not building any red belt yet. I think I do want to get the red belt production started as well. I want to keep the garden somewhere safe. A little spot up here for them. I've got a few desert gardens, a few seeds of random types. I might leave 4 spaces here on the left for other stuff that I might decide I want at some point. Let's go grab some yellow belts now. Oh! Okay. Bad neighbor time. It's the same trick as last time. What type of worms are there? They're only small worms, that's okay. run this over to here. So that we now have this whole area as ours to build on, because then we can build some more circuits and some more science. That seems okay. Tiny bit more space up here. Good. I can also extend my mall a bit further left, and we'll probably do that. So let's go grab those yellow belts that we've been producing. Wow. Yeah, we have produced a lot of yellow belts. This is going to be good for us. Because we're playing at 2x speed, these are going to look like red belts, so it's going to look like it's flying. Okay. Usual trick. Right. Need to get some more nanobots, but that's okay. We have plenty of those. Where are the nanobots? I'm pretty sure the number of yellow belts we have is not going to be anywhere near enough to do what it is we need to do. Okay, that's good. Now let's work out how to get the resources in. Iron has stopped running. Why has iron stopped running? Interesting. Mineral sludge problems? No, yes, maybe. Crushed stone problems. This was the one line I didn't hook up the right way. Every other bit of crushed stone is coming down this way, apart from the iron one. We'll fix that shortly. So let's get you out here. Should I just move it so that everything lines up rather than just going back? Yeah, let's just do that. I've got plenty of landfill. It's not going to matter. Space is infinite. We'll line it up so that it starts with where our resources finish for iron. Sorry, bots, you've got some more work to do. That's where I want the first iron to be. I want you to go there. And let's make sure I've got everything covered off. Like that. Delete all of this. You want to have stone. Yep. Then let's go take this. Alt D, not Shift D. That's why I was getting confused. Clean you up. Good. Okay, bot, off you go. The mall will look a little bit silly at the start until we get it in the right place, but it's okay. We did set a lot of the circuits up to be tileable, so I should just be able to stamp those down a couple of times, and then we can finally get a proper science setup for red and green. Speed more time. Better things to do than watch my bots delete belts. Then I want to leave 2 gaps. I want to have a belt here, just in case, and then I want to add to the bus on that side. It's probably fine. I'm not going to add more than that. Okay, now let's work out how to deal with this. One iron, and I still put it in completely the wrong place. Off by 1. That was the second iron, not the first iron that I wanted there. This B's an easy fix. Then the second one, you split like that. There we go. That's 2 yellow belts of iron. Let's get copper doing the same thing. I realize these are grey belts, but we have yellow belts available to us to upgrade. To avoid making this look completely ugly, we're going to do it like that. Okay, we'll use the yellow belts now. Good. 2 copper belts. Down this way. Then I want a 2 gap till I get to steel. Yep. So let's put the yellow belt in by default now. Taking us a while to get there, but we're now ready to upgrade. Ha! Manganese is in the way of steel. Okay, what should we do? Manganese is going to be in the way of everything for a while. That manganese build needs a little bit of a restructure, I think. I think what I'm actually going to do is just move it around here. Let's do that now. This was causing me problems yesterday. You can see the horrid mess of Bob's insert is over here. No one should have to stare at that disaster. So let's make this better. I even needed a red underground to make this work, which was probably an indication that it was a terrible design. Dump some manganese in there. Here we go. Hey Just Kempster, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having fun. Are you playing modded or unmodded Factorio? Okay. Well, welcome in. What? How far have you got in your playthrough? Are you at the start, or are you getting towards launching your rocket, or are you mega basing at this point? Your first mega factory. Nice. What science per minute are you aiming for? That's wrong. You're still unlocking the last tech. Okay. Three blast furnaces here. Then take from the long side, take from the long side, and take from the long side. No worries at all. I'm also was asking, how big are you planning to make your mega factory? Are you going for like obscenely large, or are you just going for like normal mega factory large? Output near, output center. Right, then I can... Okay, fair enough. We're going to run this down here. Clean the steel up. And then we can run this ideally straight down here. Yeah, that works. Don't know what I'm going to do with all this extra steel. Cool. My attempts at trains normally result in several hours of me banging my head against the desk as they all deadlock in the various stations, or waiting areas and then attempting to figure it out one train at a time after I've copy and pasted it 5 or 6 times, which makes it extra fun. I'm not looking forward to trying to apply trains in C block, let's put it that way. Okay, I need to dump this manganese ore somewhere. And these manganese ingots. Then that should do that. Then I should be able to that. And then drag you up here. Good. Now tin, I want to come down here. Still do that. Wow, it's going to use up all my belts. Wow, okay, we've got a lot of tin. Oh, wow, it's going to make me sick. Sorry for that. Probably going to make everyone else sick too. We'll try a different strategy next time. We'll let the bots do it. It's fine just to dump all of this into the mold because it will eventually sort itself out with the circuits. Quick copy. If you do Control C, is this what you mean? I think there's also an option down here. Yeah, so you can copy or you can cut, and it works just like it would on, say, a Word document or anything else. I think there's also a way, let's do it this way. My mouse wheel's not set up right. You can often also scroll up and down to view your copy and paste history. Yeah, there you go. So if I push shift on my mouse wheel, it will give me backwards of what I have copied. So if you're working on a build and you need to copy 2 or 3 bits, you can scroll backwards and forwards. Okay, now I've just got to work out how to wheedle all of this stuff into the right place. Hold the shift key and then use your mouse wheel. So you can scroll up or down on the mouse wheel while holding shift after you've pushed Control B to paste something. So where's paste? This one? And then shift. Okay. Can't work out how to make my... I'm going to do it that way to start with. And then we'll do it better the next time. Get lead. That's okay. Dump the lead plates into them all. Clean up. Nice and fast. Lead. Now solder. Too much solder. I don't know what I'd do with this much solder because I don't think I need it in the mall. So I'm just going to go put it down next to the circuit builds and we'll use that shortly. We don't have particularly big circuit builds at the moment, but we will need some bigger circuit builds in order to keep up with the science demand. It's too fast now for me to control. You can't move it, but you can use bots to say copy and paste it. So if I was to do, if I got a, yeah. Oh, let me put a recipe in there. Do a chest. So if I have something like this and I went that, you can do something like that. Or you can copy and paste it. So if you hold shift, it will auto blueprint for you. If you do something like F, it will flip it sort of on the left to right plane. If you do G, it will flip it on the horizontal to vertical plane. You can do so that, and then the bots will build it all for you. Is that what you had in mind? So my bots are a mod, so they're slightly different to the bots you would have in your game. They're nanobots, but they're the same basic idea and they have the same features. Solder up. Just saw a bug with my manganese build, so once we're done with this, we'll run back and fix that. you to sort of flow in there, so I end up with a double-sided belt. Add a bit more research. Steam crackers. Pressure tank. Okay, I don't know what most of that is, but it's okay. Then grey belt. Nope, I needed a gap for the bronze. Ha, that's me being silly. Quickly grab this. Should have realized that. Last run of this, I promise, then we're all done. Deliberately left the gap there just to make sure I've lined it up properly. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Locals are annoyed down there. Okay, that's all of that done. So now where did I put circuits on my bus? Okay, it's a good job I left some space at the front because I need to put the circuits on. So should I just copy and paste the circuit build? I think yes. Let's do this. We've hit C and not V. Put it in about the same place. It doesn't have to be exactly the same place. I want circuits to come out on the near side. So any reason for not putting this low down? I need to get them all in the same place as last time. Because I'm not going to move all of that. I'm going to give it a longer entry. Let's do that. It'll be a bit more annoying because I have to run the power poles, but it's okay. I want to move the science higher up this time around, I think, so that I get all the circuits in place. So I think I'll put the circuits lower. Can I do that? Where is the wood coming from? The wooden boards come from over here. So I can run those along the bottom and in. Yeah, that's fine. So let's put circuits here, say. Take out all these silly big power poles. Put in a smaller number of sensible sized power poles. So that everything is better. And then we should be able to tile this to the right. If we get it right. I need some electronics assemblers. Don't think I set those up in my wall, so we'll go do that now. The lifetime supply of lead and bronze plates. Basic circuits. Bit more iron. Fine, that will do. Now that I've got this, I need to take the next circuit build. Let's grab you as well. I think I want to keep this in about the same order. I do need some water for this build, for the charcoal. How did I align it? I can't remember. Let me just do the copy, including the bit below, because then I get the same alignment. Should take away the annoying flashing. Nope, where did I miss it? Here. That should take away the annoying flashing. Yeah, there we go. Need more electronics assemblers. I need more iron. We have plenty of iron. That's easy to acquire. And I need some basic circuits, which is what these guys are. So let's work out how to get the wooden boards across here, because then we can start the basic circuit production. And clean all of this mess up. So wooden boards, I want you to come down here. Let's run it backwards because it's going to be easier for me to track. So these are all circuits, so these aren't going to start until up here. So I can Alt-D this, clean up some space. Then I can do, say, charcoal here, wood boards, that kind of angle. So this would be wooden boards. All this mess will be gone very soon. Charcoal was above wooden boards? Yeah. So we'll get charcoal through as well. At the right level. Yeah, there we go. We want charcoal one level higher. Get some longer undergrounds. To make this process a bit simpler. Then I sort of want you coming through there. More belts. So this will be charcoal. the wooden boards. So find the stone and the stone bricks that we want to produce. That was sort of over here. This is nice and easy because then we just pull it down here. And everyone has a bit more space. Not there. Need to split it here so that it comes down, comes along here. We can also just move this whole build down so that it lines up a bit if we choose to give ourselves a bit more space by the charcoal. But I don't think it matters too much right now. Stone and stone bricks. Then I need clay bricks. Where are the clay bricks? We did build a big build of those yesterday because we were running short on them. This is great. They are here. Can I get you? Probably need a red underground to get under there. Red underground still not enough. Okay, so how do I get the clay bricks out? Put you down there. Just turn that in there, it will not join in. Well, it shouldn't join in. That one has to join. Oh, no, don't do that. Do that. There we go. That's not quite long enough by the looks of it. If I got the red underground, I should do. That lets me get through. So that should come through here. Sure, I'm going to need to find something else to fit on my bus. So I do wonder if I should move everything across another 4. Just in case I find something else. All of this stuff goes, right? Yeah, that whole mess goes. Let's see if we can get 4 more slots here. Just so I get some comfort. Oh, I could just add it onto the right-hand side, actually. Yeah, that's fine. We can do this. Okay, so let's have a look here. How did I set this up? Can't remember how I did the build now. So I did copper and wooden boards together over here. How do I do this now? I do... You have to have a double. And I want the copper to come through a little bit higher. I want the copper to come through that line. So then the wooden boards, I need you to come through here. Should actually be able to do it like this. Make it more compact. Then that lets me jump. That lets me jump. I can actually put it one higher up as well, so it's even easier. So let's do that. That does that. We out of belts? We are. Grab a few more. Good. Okay, now let's work out what the green circuits look like. Copper and tin at the bottom. Okay, copper and tin first. Let's do that to get the tin copper wire sorted. Oh, sorry, not my microphone. So this is copper and tin. How did I do that with the circuits build to avoid trashing it? I just did it underneath, that's fine. I need to fill in the iron here. Good, then I wanted copper and tin. Why is tin not flowing? Ah, because I've got it over there. Fine. That's okay. I wanted copper and tin here. So we'll put copper on the bottom and we'll put tin on the top. That one further down because I want to get the line here, which means I need the copper there. No, I need the copper one lower than that again. It's annoying. I want to put copper here, then I need the splitter. Put that there, because otherwise what will happen is it will join up. That's right. There we go. That goes there. Then you go there. Tin is on this one right next to steel. Yep. So I think I need like that. Put a splitter and then tin flows through like that. Copper and tin. What goes in the middle? Watch research plastic. Iron and charcoal. And then it's circuits and solder. So this is iron and charcoal. I can remove all of these belts because they're not going to be needed until we get here for the output. So I need to put a gap here. We'll put charcoal on the bottom because it's easier. If we do that, then have to put the iron across here, which is easy because we just do that and iron and charcoal. I have some tin plates, so I can check that this works. I need some more electric assemblers. Assemble some of those. Then it was solder and simple circuits. That's right. Then I need where's the solder? There. Means I need you to go there. You should then be able to go down there. Need a boiler and a liquefier. Of course you can, Just Kempster. Yep, ask away. Grab a boiler from somewhere. Do I use a combinator to convert the fluid level data within a silo to a signal for a train to dispatch? Yes, you want a decision combinator. Decider combinator. Do I have a silo? No, let me see if I can build a tank. Sorry, where's the tanks? Barreling and fluid control. Grab a tank, whatever. Just let this finish. I'll speed it up and then we'll set it up. So if you had a... with the tank that I built, go. Here we go. Wrong way. You hook it up to the input of your combinator and then do the fluid. Sorry, my menus aren't going to look the same as yours, but just pick anything that counts as a fluid. If it's greater than... So imagine you wanted a train to pick it up. You could then have it output 1 of whatever your chosen signal is. And if you put that up to a station, you could then set the level of the train to the output signal here with one of the options. Do you know how to do that in the station? Oh, you wanted to refill the silo, so you could do it the other way around. If you did less than 50,000, output 1, you could then have this station request a train to come in and drop the silo off. Don't know if I have train stations researched. No, I don't have stations researched. Let me get this set up, and when the research finishes, we can add a station to this little mini setup here. Liquefy it. Now I just need to get some water in here. There is a little pump that the game offers, I think. To help with this. Yeah, groundwater bore. So I think if I put a groundwater bore here, that gives some water. Then the last thing we need is the solder. Now the solder should come down here. Yep. Let's route the solder up there. I'm just going to grab a drink. I will be right back. And hopefully trains, automated rail transportation finished researching. Managed to get a train to dispatch water when it drops below 20k. Trouble is, I need that same train to dispatch to another location. I'll grab a drink and think about that question and I'll come right back. Okay, reading that again, just Kempster. I've managed to get a train to dispatch water when it drops below 20%. 20k. Trouble is. So in the later versions of Factorio, the same train can go to multiple stations if you name them the same thing. So if you set up two stations that are called water, and they've both got tanks attached to them, that same train could service both of those stations. I think it's sort of arbitrary which one it goes to, but as long as at some point both of them don't require water all the time, it should arrive at the stations you need it to. Let me find if I can build a station. Grab a few circuits. So if we did green circuits. Sorry, forgive this as a very clumsy railway setup. If you called this water, and you called this water, if you hit enable train limit, then the output of this guy to set train limit on whatever signal you have here. This would then make sure that this train this requests a train when the limit is low. If we wire it up with power, so you can see how this now has train limit of 1 set. What that will mean is this is expecting 1 train to turn up. And I can do the same on this one, and it says it's expecting 0 trains to turn up. But if I had the same setup, hit decider combinator. And a tank. Set train limit. Now both of these trains are called water, and both of these trains want 1. So if you set a water drop off, maybe we'll call it that. Maybe that's better. If you set up a single train that went from water supply to water drop off, it would go to either one of these 2 stations, depending on which one had the water below the limit that you've set in your combinator. You wouldn't need to worry about a loop or anything else. The game would take care of it for you. So you used to need mods to set up things like this. So if you've heard people talking about logistics train network and things like that, that was how you used to be able to accomplish a setup like this. But I think in version 1.1, they set it up so that the game would do it for you. And it allows you to have these kind of one-to-many train relationships. And I think it's going to be really helpful for what you're trying to do. We need some tin here. Yeah, it's not the most well-named item. Let me see if I can find the link to the Factorio notes on this. I can't share the screen because I can't easily switch my OBS. But if you look at that link, it's from the official Factorio website, so there's nothing bad about it. It will tell you how this kind of works and when they added it into the game. Okay, that circuit's done. We'll leave this here for the moment. Cool. And if you've not checked out the Factorio blog, most Fridays, or at least when the game was a little bit newer, they put it on hold to work on the expansion. They will have Friday Factorio blog posts. What do they call them? Friday Facts. And there's 361 of these, and they'll give you all sorts of little insights into how the game works and things like that. Ran out of power poles. should do it. Need to run the circuit wire now. I'm not going to have enough circuit wire because of course I don't. Okay, you need to get some more circuit wire. You need paper for that. That's why I didn't build any the first time around. Yeah, why does it need paper? I did stash some paper somewhere or the other for exactly this reason. It's over here. Yeah, we've got plenty of paper. Not so much in the way of tin. Grab a little bit of tin off the bus. 85 circuit wire. The only thing I'm going to do is, in order to drain most of these belts down, I'm just going to leave this disconnected, but the idea will still be the same. Run out. There we go, and it's got the signals. What time is it? Oh, okay, 10 to 7. I need to stop in about 10 minutes because I've got to go have dinner and things. But if everyone's enjoyed it and wants to see how we keep going, drop us a follow and we'll be around later in the week. Later in the evening on weekdays. We normally start about 9 o'clock Eastern. And we'll continue on with C Block and see if we can start getting into the blue science territory. So I'm making this space here so I can move my research a bit higher up. Because I think what I want to do is put the next level of circuits down here. And then we'll put research above them all. But in order to get the next level of circuits, I've actually got to get quite a few more minerals. Thank you for the follow, Just Kempster. Grab a tiny bit more landfill to fill that area in. Need to see how I do the blue science. Junior Yuma. Thank you for the follow as well. Okay, let's take the worms out. Didn't quite get the turrets close enough. Good. So I think the first step is I've got to get the extra metals, because I think in order to get blue science, I need silver and aluminium. Is that what it is? That's steel. I need naphtha and fuel oil. Coppery waste byproduct, copper, glass, yeah, silver plates and glass that I don't yet have. I might have to write this down on a bit of paper because I'm never going to be able to remember it. But I thought it was silver and aluminium that I had to get set up, which means I need to do the flotation cells because I don't think you can get aluminium ore directly at my tech level. Yes, I have to get it from chunks. So I'm going to have to get the flotation cells. A lot of blue cellulose. Yeah, that's what goes into oil processing, right? Blue cellulose fiber. Yeah, blue algae to blue cellulose fiber to ammonia and other things. Yeah. Well, at least we've got plenty of space. Not sure exactly where we'll put it. I'm thinking we'll put the metals down this side so they go onto the bus. And then maybe we'll find a good spot to start putting some oil processing. Not sure where that would be. Maybe we put that on this side and we put the rest of the metals down here. But that's probably tomorrow's challenge. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you had a good time, and see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Bye-bye.